Hello and welcome to my solo board gaming channel. My name is Shuffles, and today we're going to be playing through Valeria Card Kingdoms. We'll be doing a solo run specifically with the Darksworn expansion. I'll give an overview of what all this means. So if you're familiar with the game already, you can jump ahead. So this is Valeria Card Kingdoms. This does have a solo mode out of the box, and we'll come back to that. But I want to go over the base game. This is known for being a fun little engine building game for 2 to 5 players. You'll be recruiting citizens out of these 10 stacks. Each one has a number, and that'll correspond to the dice that are rolled. So on your turn, you'll roll a couple of dice, and if you have the matching citizens, they will trigger and they'll give you resources. So in this case, I rolled a 5 and a 6. I actually do have a 5 and a 6. So the peasant here would give me 1 gold, and the knight would give me 1 strength. You just take the rewards at the bottom left of the card. And then you get 2 actions on your turn. You can spend your gold to recruit more citizens and add to your engine. And you can spend your strength to take on monsters in this top row here. So if I wanted to kill this skeleton, for example, it would cost me 2 strength. It would gain me a gold and 2 victory points. And winning this game is just whoever has the most victory points at the end of the game in multiplayer. So you'll be getting those from killing monsters, and there's a few other ways to do it in the base game. So I think the base game really shines as a multiplayer experience. When other people roll and they roll your numbers, you're still going to get rewards. So you're constantly involved and you're constantly gaining resources. Keeps everyone engaged, and I think it's really fun. I recommend this one for multiplayer. For solo, out of the box, out of the base box, there is a solo mode. It kind of mimics a 2-player game, and it's okay. It's good for kind of learning the mechanics of the game, but I don't think it's particularly engaging or replayable. But that's where Darksworn comes in. So if you're interested in this game for solo only or for co-op, definitely give it a look, but you'd have to consider Darksworn as well. I wouldn't recommend it just the base box if you're just looking for solo. So Darksworn gives you the option to play this game cooperatively, and you can play the co-op mode solo just as easily. And I think this is really nice, this mode. So instead of just slaying monsters and taking the victory points, and then whoever has the most points at the end wins, the monsters are actually attacking the citizens each turn. And it's your job to protect the citizens. This is essentially your health pool down here. So monsters are going to be attacking and discarding cards or banishing cards entirely from the game. And there's only so many. You get in a solo game, there's going to be stacks of 3 cards for each pile. So you've got essentially 30 health to start the game. So the monsters are going to whittle away at that. And then you're also dipping in here, building your engine. So you're going to be recruiting these citizens. So you have to be kind of judicious in which ones you take. If at any point the monsters clear out an entire column and they need to attack the same row, you're going to lose the game. So it can get pretty tense later on in the game when you have, maybe an empty column or one that's close to being empty and you're a turn or 2 away from being finished. So Darksworn comes with 6 different books. Here's book 1, The Prophecy. So the way these work is, kind of flip it open and it'll give you some instructions and setup, and then a little bit of story context. And then it's going to give you a task. So usually it's just spend lots of resources to complete the task, but you're going to have to build your engine and be able to, withstand the monsters to be able to collect enough resources to complete it. And you're going to have a few tasks to complete, and then you'll finish the book and move on to the next one. So book 1 is kind of just an intro. There's not a whole lot going on. It gives you a way to take a 3rd turn sometimes. But the remaining books, there's 6 books in the little campaign. They do introduce some interesting concepts and some new mechanics and gimmicks. So I found it quite fun. I thought book 3 and 5 in particular were pretty challenging. And the rest, not too bad. I'm still trying to kind of dial in the difficulty to make sure that every game is close. So I have been mostly breezing through, but there were a couple books that were challenging. Once you finish the campaign, or you at least finish book 1, you can move into the Forgotten Temple. And this is where the replayability comes in. I would say the campaign is pretty replayable on its own. You may not get much out of the story a second time through, but the mechanics in there are quite fun, and it's pretty easy to reassemble. But the Forgotten Temple, you can kind of just set it up however you want. So you've got just a series of kind of basic encounters, and there's 10 of these cards here. So you just kind of shuffle and you'll pick really however many you want. The more you pick, the more difficult it's going to be. The longer you're in the campaign, or the longer you're in the game, the more citizens are going to get discarded. So you're going to be closer to losing. And then you make it to a final room, and that one will be a little bit more challenging. I'll have to spend more resources to complete it. But I found that to be quite replayable. And yeah, I guess I'm 3 or 4 rounds into Forgotten Temple. I've finished the campaign, but it's been pretty fun and nice little challenge. So we are set up and ready to go. I don't want to be too spoilery with the campaign, so we're just going to be playing the Forgotten Temple today. And we're going to omit reading any of the story bits. So we'll just kind of skip through. This will go over our setup here. We've got 1 gem to start with. We can take an action to trade this in to get a couple of citizens back. And we'll go over everything else as it comes up. So we'll flip this over, and we're ready to start. So this will be our first task here. This Kaharian Brute, and we are in the Columned Gallery. So we have an instant effect. We're going to add 1 strength to each card in the monster row. All right, if we roll a 6, we're going to banish a citizen from any stack. We won't be able to get any banished citizens back. And the task cost is 10 strength, so we need 10 strength to be able to take out the brute. If we get any shades in this row, which we'll talk about when they come up, it will cost 1 more strength for each one. So we're ready to start. Let's go ahead and do our first roll. 2, 4, and that'll add up to 6. So we don't have a 2 or a 4. We do have a 6. It's going to give us 1 strength. So on our turn, we'll have 2 actions. We can do a few different things. We can recruit citizens. We could kill monsters with strength. Or we can go down here to the bottom of the board and spend victory points. We start with 3 to take any of these 3 actions, and then we'll discard the card. So I think I am going to do that. We're going to spend 2 victory points. It's called Praying to Aquila. And spending those will get us 5 gold. That will let us buy something nice on the citizen row here. I think we'll go ahead and take a merchant. So a merchant's going to cost us 2 gold. Down to 6. Those are our 2 actions for the turn. And the monsters will get a turn now. So columns 2 and 4 will attack. There are walls underneath all the monsters currently. So 2 will hit the wall. 4 will hit the wall. We'll flip those over. So we did roll 6, and we get to pick a citizen to banish from the game. We'll get rid of one of these knights. All right, and then we get the second harvest for the cards that we have now. So the 2 that we rolled, this will trigger, and we get the rewards at the bottom right, which is going to be 1 gold. We still don't have a 4, but we do have a 6, so we get 1 more strength. We're ready to go into the next turn. All right, we rolled 2, 3, and that adds up to 5. So not a bad roll. With the merchant, we're going to get our choice, 2 gold or 2 magic. So in this case, I think we'll take magic. 3 we don't have, and 5 will give us 1 more gold. All right, we're going to be up against the skeleton and warg this turn. They're going to attack these walls here. I think we'll go ahead and kill the warg. It's going to cost us 2 magic and 3 strength. That'll bring us down to 3 magic left, 2 strength left. I should mention that magic can also be used as a wild. I can pair that up with gold or with strength to kind of make up the difference of whatever I don't have. So that takes out the warg. Actually, no, it doesn't because of this extra strength here. So we'll fix that. And killing the warg gives us a choice. We can take 3 magic or a peasant. I think we'll take the peasant. Add it to our little engine here. We also get 1 victory point. And for our second action, I think I want one of these barbarians. They're going to cost a little bit more expensive and they won't hit this turn. They'll cost us 4 gold, but we're going to need to generate some fight for some strength. So that's going to cost 4, brings us down to 4 gold, and now we have a barbarian. So we'll kick it over to the monsters. The skeleton will attack this wall. That goes away. Eventually we can rebuild walls by spending 8 victory points. Column 3 is empty, so that won't attack, and then it goes back to us for our second harvest. So the merchant will give us 1 gold, and the peasant, now that we have 2 of them, will get 2 more gold. That puts us back to 7. We can refill the monster row. All right, this is our first shade monster, so we are immediately going to lose 2 gold. Fortunately, we have quite a bit right now. So we're ready for our next turn. We've rolled a 1 and a 4, and that'll add up to 5. So I'm glad we got this 4. That will give us 2 fight. The 5 gives us 2 gold. All right, we're going to go all in on these barbarians. Grab 1 more of them. The 4 plus here means it costs 4 plus however many we already have. So since we already have 1, this will cost 5 gold. Bring us down to 2. For our second action, let's take out this owlbear. It costs 4 plus 1 strength. We've only got 3, so we'll use all 3, and then we'll make up the difference with magic. That takes out the owlbear, so it won't attack us. Also gives us 2 magic and 2 victory points. That's it for our second turn here. For now, we're going to kick it to the monsters. Column 1 is empty. Column 4 will attack and take out this wall. And then column 5 also attacks. So, and now it's back to our second harvest. So we still have no 1. Both 4s trigger. So on a 4, we're going to spend 1 gold to get 2 strength, and we'll do that twice. Then we get 2 gold back from our peasants. And let's refill the monster row and roll for our next turn. All right, 1, 3, and that'll add up to 4. We don't have a 1 or a 3, but our 2 4s will trigger. All right, so first action, I think we'll spend 1 victory point to add 3 gold. And that puts us in position to take out this Good. Going to be 3 strength, 3 gold. And we get a choice here. We can take 2 of any resource, or we can flip over our, what these are called. These are what allow you to take a 3rd turn. But ours is not flipped over yet. So we'll just go ahead and take the 2 resources, which we'll use for magic. Then we get 3 victory points. So that enemy won't attack us this turn. Okay, and then finally, we will flip this over. This little chip lets us go again. And we're going to try to take out this Orc Warrior. It's going to take everything we've got. It has 10 strength, so we'll use all of our strength. It's 5. And we'll supplement with 5 magic. That will take this out. It's going to give us 3 more victory points. And we get a citizen that costs 3 or less. So we're going to take the cleric here. All right, so the monsters attack. This wraith will hit the wall. 3 and 4 empty. And it comes back to us for our second harvest. So we're going to get 1 magic. We don't have a 3, but our 4s trigger. It gives us 4 more fight, or 4 strength. On to the next roll. 4 and 6. Okay, so the 4s hit twice. We're up to 8 fight. Our 6 hits. That's 9. And then we don't have the sum 10. And we can't buy it either. We don't have any gold. We do need to refill the monster row before we do anything else. All right, so we're going to do the prey action again. We'll spend 2 victory points, and that'll put us at 14 strength. And we're going to go ahead and complete our task. So we don't have any shades on the board. It's just going to cost us 10 strength. And we'll put this chip up here, state that we've completed it. That would let us return a citizen from the captured pile, but there aren't any in it right now. Yeah, so that's it for our turn. The flesh column in the 4 column is going to attack and discard this Templar. And then the 6 that we rolled, we're going to use that to banish a peasant. So that's out for the rest of the game. All right, that's it for the first chamber. We'll flip this over. Now we've got Kaharian Hunt Mage. It'll cost us 6 magic and 5 strength to complete that task. And let's check our new rules here. So we instantly add 2 strength to each shade in the monster row. There aren't any shades in there currently. On 6, we're going to banish a citizen from a stack and discard the monster with the lowest strength number from the monster row. Nothing too tricky here. Let's go ahead and roll for our next turn. All right, so our cleric will trigger, gives us 3 magic. Our barbarian triggers twice, so 4 more fight or 4 strength. And our peasant also triggers twice, so we have some gold again. We have 3 columns attacking again. The Wraith, Flesh Golem, and Death Knight. We have enough strength to take out the Flesh Golem. We'll go ahead and do that. I think we'll spend 7 and then 1 magic. He's gone. And we get 5 magic for defeating him, along with 1 victory point. And then we'll spend that victory point to get 2 magic. And then this should be flipped back over since we completed the first book. All right, so the monster's attacking. We've got the Wraith, takes out the wall. 4 is empty, and 5 takes out the wall. So only 1 wall left. And let's do our second harvest here. Get 1 magic. These trigger twice, so we'll spend our gold back up to 6 fight. And then the peasants give us 2 gold back. And we've got a siphon, so we immediately lose 2 magic. All right, let's roll again. 1 and 2. So our cleric gives us 3 more magic. We're up to 12. The merchant, we're going to take gold, I think, here. That'll give us 2. We don't have a 3. And then the first 3 columns are going to be attacking us. I think we'll go ahead and kill the Wraith for 3 magic and 4 strength. And that'll give us a citizen that costs 2 or less. Let's take a rogue. Also get 3 victory points. And we'll let the skeleton attack us. I'd like to go ahead and buy an alchemist. Costs 3 gold. And that's it for our turn. The monsters, 1 column's empty. Skeleton will discard merchant. And then the orc warrior hits this wall. Ready for our next turn. 1, 5, and then a total of 6. So we get 3 magic from the cleric. Peasant gets us 2 gold. And the knight gives us 1 strength. We forgot to get our rewards from last turn, second harvest. So cleric would have been 1 magic, 1 gold from the merchant, and then the 3 spend a magic, get 2 gold. Let me fix that real quick. All right, so we're up against the Trap Master and the Death Knight. The Trap Master, the way this will work in solo is it'll let us kill one of the other monsters. At least that's my interpretation of it. So I think we will kill this guy, which will also kill the Death Knight. That should help. It's still going to delay us completing this task, though. But let's do that. So we'll spend 1 strength and 9 magic. That'll give us 10 strength. That kills the Trap Master. We get 3 victory points. And then that'll also kill this Death Knight, which gets us 5 magic back and 1 victory point. All right, so we're not being attacked now. We just have to worry about the 6. It's going to banish another citizen. All right, so we're going to banish one of the bakers. And then this also kicks out the monster with the lowest strength number, which is a tie between skeleton and siphon. Although the siphon is a shade, so I think it'll kick out the skeleton. All right. So now we need to get our secondary harvest. That's 1 magic from the cleric, 2 gold from the peasants, and 1 strength from the knight. We'll refill the monster row. The keeper has come out. So when a keeper comes out, let's see, it's going to discard a card from the monster row that's not a shade. So we'll discard this. Keep refilling. So ready to move into our next turn. Another 6. It's not great. All right, so our 2 triggers. We're going to take 2 magic. Gets us up to 11. Our 6 triggers, and we don't have an 8. So the keeper is going to be a big problem this turn. Since we rolled a 2, he's going to banish a citizen from any stack, and then he'll also attack this column. So we're going to have to take him out. It's going to be 5 magic and 5 strength. So we'll spend 3 strength and 7 magic. Takes out the keeper. That'll get us a gem. And 1 victory point. For our other action, we're going to go ahead and buy a champion, number 8. And we'll trigger this turn. All right, so for the monster's turn, 2 is empty, but 6 is going to banish a citizen from a stack. So we'll do a champion. And refill the monster row. All right, another keeper has come out. So that's going to kick out this warg. And this is going to kick out a citizen from any stack, or just discard them. Right, and then we get our secondary harvest. Merchant gives us a gold. Knight gives us 1 strength, and the champion gives us 4 strength. We lose 1 gold. Let's roll again. 1 and 3 for a total of 4. Let's get our rewards real quick. 3 magic. Spend 1 gold to get 3 more magic. And then Barbarian gets us 4 strength. All right, we're going to spend 4 victory points on this card, which lets us return 2 citizens. So we'll put these 2 back. And then let's kill this monster for 2 strength. We don't get any victory points, but we'll get 1 gold and 1 more magic. And then we'll flip our little radiant chip, and that'll give us another turn. We can go ahead and take out the siphon. 2 magic, 3 strength, and that will let us flip the Radiant token back over, so we have it again for next turn. It gives us 2 victory points. So trying to limit the damage here. 1 does not attack. 3 is going to take out this wall. And 4 is empty. Let's get our secondaries. 1 magic, which we'll spend to get 2 gold. And then we'll spend the gold twice to get 4 strength. So hopefully we can just complete the task next turn. I'm hoping we don't roll a 6 here. But we'll see. We avoided the 6. Let's refill the monster row first. Got another keeper. And another one. Oh my gosh. All right, let's grab our rewards. So 3 will get us back up to 12 magic. 5, we get 2 gold back. And 8 gives us 4 strength. For 13, we're going to need it. We'll have to kill this keeper since we rolled a 5. We don't want to banish another citizen, so he's got to go. All right, we're finally going to go ahead and complete our task. For 6 magic and 5 strength. And that lets us immediately return a citizen. I think we'll use our radiant token. We'll get it back anyway after completing this little this room. And we'll spend 4 VPs to build a wall with this card. And that'll block one of these attacks here. All right, so back to the monsters. 3 attacks. That's blocked, and then 5 attacks. So we have to discard a baker. But we did at least complete the room. So we can flip to the next one. This should be our last room before the kind of final battle. Let's refill the monster row. And then we still need to get our secondary rewards here. Spend 1 more magic to get 2 gold. 5 gets us 2 more gold. And 8, spend 1 gold to get 4 strength. All right, so the magical Great Hall. All players gain 2 magic. That helps. On 6, we're going to banish Citizen. And then we'll shuffle the cards in the monster row and lay them out again. That could be bad with all these keepers. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And then we need to spend 2 magic and 8 strength to complete this task. We're actually pretty close right now. Let's roll. 1, 2, 3. So we'll get 3 magic. 2 more magic. And spend 1 gold to get 3 more. That's nice. This keeper has to go or he's going to banish one of our citizens. So 5 and 5. He's gone. Although we really should do that last. Let's do 2 things. We'll flip the radiant token and then kill him so we get it back. So I'm going to spend 2 VP to get 4 more magic. That'll be the first action this turn. And that gives me enough to kill this keeper as well. So we'll kill that one, which we've already paid for. It'll give us a gem and 1 VP. And then now we need to do this one. So we'll flip our radiant token to take a 3rd turn. And a 2 strength, 8 magic. That'll kill this one. We'll get the radiant token back. 1 more VP and another gem. right, so we dodged most of the damage this turn, but we're really low on resources. So Dire Bear is going to discard a cleric. 2 and 3 are empty. Now it's back to us. So we'll get 1 magic here, 1 gold, and we'll spend 1 magic to get 2 gold. Let's refill our board here. All players lose 2 strength. Well, I don't have any, so that's okay. And this owl bear comes out. Okay. Oh, we rolled a 6. 2, 6. We'll take 2 magic, 1 strength, and 4 strength. So the blight is attacking us. We can kill it last and take 3 turns this round. We'll spend, actually, I think we're going to use the dice one. So we can spend 2 VPs to change one of the dice by 1. So we can drop this down to a 5. And then we won't get hit with that 6 penalty. Let's do that. I just need to fix my the harvest that I did. Fix that real quick. Okay, I think we have just enough to kill the blight and the skeleton. So we'll do the skeleton first. 1 strength, 1 magic. Just 1 gold, 2 VP. And then we'll kill the blights. We'll flip our token. Okay, so we don't have enough to kill the blight, so we're going to leave it there. And we're not going to use our 3rd action this turn. So the monsters will attack. One of the rogues will get discarded. That's okay. 5 is empty, and then we get our 2nd harvest. So gold, 2 more gold, and 7 is 1 more gold and 1 strength. So refill the monster row. There's our 6. All right, 2, 4, 6. 2 magic, 4 fight, 1 more fight. All right, so we're going to use this card for our first action. We're going to turn, say, we have 21 gold, spend like 18. We're going to give ourselves 18 magic. We're going to kill this blight for 2 and 2. It'll give us 1 VP and 2 more strength. And then we'll flip our radiant token and we're going to complete this task. We needed 8 strength. We've got 7. Let's just spend 5. Make it up with magic. So 2 magic plus 3. And this is done. All right, so now the monsters attack. 2 is empty. 4 will discard Templar. And then for the 6, we have to banish another citizen. We'll do a Templar. And the other thing we have to do on this 6 is gather all these up and shuffle and bring them back out. Shouldn't matter too much since I don't think we have any shades. Let's reset this. All right, now we can move into the next round. We'll move past this locked door. Our setup rules change a little bit. When the keepers come out, they'll banish monsters instead of discarding them. That's the only major difference here. We just need 6 wild and 5 strength by default, but let's see what this room adds to that. All right, so we're immediately adding 1 magic to each card in the monster row. We add 5 magic to the task to increase its completion cost. We'll get that set up and see where we're at. All right, let's roll for first turn here. 1 and 4. So cleric gives us 3 more magic. 4 will get us up to 6 strength, and a 5 adds a couple gold. So I think we're good to complete our task on turn 1 here. For the 6 wild, we can use gold. We have 6 gold. 5 strength we've got. It's down to 1. And we need 5 magic, which we have plenty of. It'll bring us down to 13. So we've completed our challenge here. We'll take a second action and we'll spend a gem. That'll return 2 citizens. That's row 4, and that's row 1. We should be in pretty good shape here. I think that should do it. Let's let the monsters do their thing. So 1 will attack and just re-discard this. 4 will also attack. Still got citizens here, and then 5 will attack. So that row was, or that column was pretty close, but I think we're good. So we completed our challenge here, and we're good to go. So that's going to do it. That is the end of this temple. You can make these harder in a variety of ways. I'm kind of still looking for the sweet spot, but I've added some more difficult monsters to the row. I've got some wardens from a little expansion pack like this orc bat rider. He's pretty high up there with 12 strength. You can do piles of 2 instead of 3. I feel like that would swing it a little bit too far in the difficult direction. But the main thing with the dungeon that we just did, you can add as many of these rooms as you want. And I think we were starting to get overwhelmed a little bit earlier in the first 3 or 4 quarters. The longer you're in there, the more citizens are going to get discarded and banished, more importantly. So I think the challenge is definitely here. This one wasn't particularly close, but I think it could have been if we'd had a little bit worse dice luck. So yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we're going to do another playthrough, I believe, of book 1. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be back soon with more solo board gaming content. Thank you so much for watching.